That wasn't a dream. Aaron, how you doing, man? We all good?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome back.
Gonna pop
welcome. You need a little coffee this morning, Aaron?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna pull up a couple quick highlights for us, and then we're gonna
look at you, producer boy. All right, drop it.
And get this rocking and rolling. This last one is oh yeah, there we go. All right, let's drop this in here.
Everyone's gonna have little roadblocks in life or big roadblocks, and you gotta go, okay, how do I deal with this? So one of the ways that just to generally deal with a roadblock in life before you even think of strategy right now is being present to what that roadblock is. Because if you don't know, how can you deal with it?
You've got to be like a skateboard kid. Those kids are out there at the skate park trying their tricks over and over and over. And what are they doing? They're falling. They're busting their ass. They're bleeding. They're crying. But they come back each and every day working on those tricks, getting back up again. And when they nail that trick, man, that's what they make the videos of. That's what they make those highlight reels of.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well done. Well done.
Rocking and rolling.
Well done, the Smallsies. We did. We're just going to keep adding. Oh, great.
Just got to keep adding, you know?
You know what we need to do now? Soon when we get someone on the show or when we are allowed to go touch people again, you know, one move in this, you just always like a closer with any kind of movement piece. You don't know what it is? It's a woman just on the tears, about to cry, but you don't get her crying.
Oh yeah. It's
a shot of it's a shot like this, and she's like, I just want to tell you guys that I'm really, and then cut. You're like, I want to see it.
What was she gonna tell us?
Yeah. I'm like, shit, I got to get and watch this show. And then it's another one of the movies. I saw Dr. Phil do this ages ago, like back in the day. This is when like they didn't have to vibe for attention as much. Like they could move you pretty easy. She was about to cry and he put his hand on her shoulder, and then she was like, and then they cut it. I was like, boom, well done, producers. Well done, you got me. I think, Aaron, we should like reach out to some reality TV producers, because you know who the best in the world for producers are? Reality TV. Their job, from the people that I know that have worked on those shows, I've been with an editor. I used to work with I've worked with someone that was an editor for one of those like TLC. Like there's really like, you know, shows where you need to keep the attention every 15 seconds. This is before YouTube and all that stuff was like, you need to keep your attention online. So this was like television attention. And he was like, the producer would sit there over like this, like typical movie style, looking like this. And she's like, cut that shot, bring that shot in. She's like, play it. No, again. No, again. It's like, she goes, I'm losing attention. Like, it was that extreme. And he was like, really? But then when they cut it together, he was like, people like, oh my gosh, I couldn't not stop watching. I was like, that is power.
That's it.
So how do we keep that with our life? How do we engage enough so we don't have to cut to other things?
That's a good dream, man. And you know, bigger the dream, bigger the team. Can't do it alone. And that is what we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
But first things first, hey everybody, thanks for tuning in here to Wingmen to Greatness. Boom, look at that little guy popped up there on the screen. And it's a part of Work From Home Network TV. Here on the network, we like to spread positivity and creativity by creatives for creatives to stay creative. And my name is Aaron Smalls. Hanging out with me, got my buddy JayJay there. And We're here ready to rock with you guys. JayJay, what's this show all about? What do
Well, hang on. Firstly, before we get into the show, why is my name only go to Jay?
Because
Aaron Smalls.
Because that's how you typed it in.
So what? I don't even get a hashtag. I don't even get an Instagram handle.
When you signed in, I sent you explicit directions.
I didn't know that was the system. I thought that was between you and me. That's why I'm like, Jay, whatever. Why he knows.
But it's fine. It's fine. I got you. You know, I got you covered.
I was like, what really is this is you know what this is? This is like the sly producer's way of being jealous of the other co-host, but getting his little edge. There you go. Put me on the whole screen.
I'll have one made just for you. Have one made for you.
Just put all of like just JayJay on Aaron. I'm just gonna move it. All right, we're back. Well, guys, welcome to the show today. I have got better energy today, clearer. I got out of my head because yesterday, right, I got a plan. I didn't do it alone. And I'm so annoyed at myself, but I'm also unhappy that I understand how important it is to invest in help, or if anything, have a super clear plan. Like, don't try and do it all yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it mentally can break you, you know? And yesterday, a buddy of mine that I work with, that I know here, really cool guy, very awesome, like super cool. You know those super cool 50-year-olds that are like, you're 20, like startup, rocking, hot wife. Like it's like you're from. I don't know. It's like you're living, like we're put in a body too early, you know, like you could be 25, like your energy, everything cool, going out on trips. I'm like, how old are you again? 52. Wow. But what he taught me yesterday, he was been watching me and he wanted to help me out. And I just think it's weird with karma, and we're going to talk about karma another time, Aaron, or energy out, giving people. Aaron, he gave me, like, he showed me his business model of what he's doing, and he sees how I'm not struggling is not the right word, but I'm struggling at the moment of trying to get it. Like, what direction do I go in with what I have? And it's challenging. Like, you know, and because I'm creating like what we're doing here. Do we do this? Do we do this? Do we do that? Do we go here? Do we talk to this? Do we do 15 videos on Facebook? Do we not do Facebook? Do we do Instagram? Do I call everybody? It's very hard because everyone is in our ear, in our head, because someone has success in their lane, someone has success in the next lane. And then someone just is like, yeah, I just work 30 minutes a day from my iPhone using one hand, having a hot dog in the next. This is how you do it. You're like, oh, it's interesting. Like, so it's really, really important that you've got to have someone that, and we can go into this a little bit, but like giving you the right plan of attack. Yeah. Right. Otherwise, you will hit a wall, or more so, you'll hit a place where you're like, you won't know what to do next, and you're like, it's maybe it's not for me, and go on to something else, and then you're just doing this, and like that doesn't get you anywhere. So, man, yesterday I just got out of. He like showed me a very clear way of what I need to do, and dude, I literally said in my Facebook Live yesterday, I could not do anything for another week. And start in a week's time and be more productive and get more results than what I'd be doing over the next week if I didn't have the plan.
So what's next? What's the next step?
Oh, I thought you were going to cue in with some Aaron move. All right. The next step is following that plan, not sneaking on the plan. And it's very easy when we are going through our life right now, and especially because we're in the new mode. We're in a mode of we need to go find ourselves. It's very easy when you're walking along the path of your life, going into your greatness. You can get advice and you can get moves and you can get help. But the one thing that you don't want to do is constantly be detouring. You can pull to the side, have a little break, have a little bit of advice, get pumped up by Aaron and JayJay and add some things to your skill sets. But if you stop and then keep going on different paths, you're going to be in not even a different road, not even a different lane, maybe a different city. You know, there's nothing wrong with going backwards. I'm going backwards right now. There's nothing wrong with maybe testing, but going, hang on a second, this is the lane. And it's very hard at the moment. I get it, because there's a lot of noise.
There is a lot of noise, and it's actually interesting that you say that. I have a story that I tell people all the time. I'm originally from the Virgin Islands, originally from St. Thomas, and when
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and when I moved to the States, I was in public school, and I've always been fast. So I was running these races, like relay races and like 40-yard dashes and all that stuff. And I'm just winning, blue ribbons all over the place. And it just got to the point where I was running a race one day, and it was the first time that someone was actually right behind me. And instead of finishing the race and then seeing who was right behind me, I made the mistake of turning my head just a little bit to see who was there. And the second I did that, he passed me up. Because I looked back, I stopped being like focused on that path until I hit those like benchmarks, until I hit that goal. I got distracted, and just like that, I was crying. I was a mess. I'd never lost like that before. But yeah, man, you have to have that path. You have to have that path, and you have to have people on your team to support you. I mean, it's just impossible to do it by yourself. I mean, it's not impossible. It's just extremely difficult to do it by yourself.
But I like, maybe I've just been hit so hard recently, and seeing the change of having someone not just in your corner. There's your cheerleaders, and then there's your wingman and your coach, right? Yeah. Different people. There are people that will support you no matter what you do, and those people are probably your close friends and your like ultimate fans. It's like Justin Bieber's fans. He could start being a baker, and they would support him. He could be a little like dancing like ballerina, and they would support him. Like, they're so ultimate fans, and they will guard him forever. Anyone says anything, I will kill for him. You know, that's not a bad thing to have as your tribe, because when you press go, they're there. But then you want to have a coach, you know, in Hollywood, be a good manager, a coach, your wingman, to not just listen and cheer you on, but push you to another level and be there to pick you up to get you to the next level. But the thing that I'm realizing, and I've done this all alone for my whole life, and I'm not saying it wasn't a great thing to do. And I think sometimes you look back, and I was thinking of this last night, like, why didn't I invest, or, you know, let's just say invest in a coach, or really stick with one person? I think my journey, I had to go explore. And I think we all have to do that. And then I look at this, I go, well, maybe when I was 18, imagine if I just didn't do anything else and I did this one thing. Maybe I wouldn't have had the life experiences I have today to understand that. So it's realizing how I really think it's super valuable to find someone that you like before as much as just their advice. And the reason I keep coming back to this, and I think we've spoken about this, Aaron, like, Aaron, I like you. I love where your energy's at. Your talent is here. Like, it's great. But I like you as a bro. That's more important for me.
Yeah.
Because, like, yes, there are people that I'm not a big fan of. And yeah, they're talented and they're skilled. And like, I get stuff from them, but like, I don't want to, can I hang out with them? Like when like the cameras are off, or can we just kick it and talk? Now, not everyone is meant to be like that in your life, but especially when it comes to someone that is basically your captain, you want someone who's your captain, who not only you that is wisdom, like is really good up here, but also that you like, that you get along with. Because when the times are tough, like when we talk about going for your dreams and going for your goals, there's going to be clashes, really bad ones. And the only way that it's going to pull you through that with your goals, with your dreams, with someone in your corner is, you know what? I hate this. It's so annoying. And but I like this person enough, or I like my goals enough to push through. Otherwise, you're going to go, nah.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
you need to find that person that it's like dating, isn't it? Business dating, friendship dating. It's building a relationship. People go, yeah, you got to date people. No, it's just relationships. The only different thing about relationship, well, in my opinion, with relationships, it's just you're physical with them. That's really it. So you want to get along with someone, you want to like someone, you want to think about them, you want to,
it's the whole phrase of a premium top of the line steak dinner with people you don't like is not as good as having a hot dog with some people that you really like. Like, that hot dog may be the best meal ever if you're around people that you really like versus that steak.
Now I'm going to spin it. You want to put the greatness spin on this one?
It's a spin. What's the spin?
The spin is this. 100% right. But guess what? There are ways to find people who are amazing to have the best steak with too. But it's going to take time. And this is the point of this as well. You will only know when you go search. And if you don't search, and no one ever said the rule of how long it takes. People come to LA, Aaron, I'm going to give it 3 years. You're going to give it what? Why did you put that number here? It's like everyone says it 3 years. Give it your life. There shouldn't be a plan B. It's not about plan B. It's not about what's your fallback. No, it's just what are you going to do to make it work? There's just different lanes.
So how do you do that? I mean, that's my question then to you. So we're talking about this, and you're saying you have to make it your plan A. You've got to make it work. So the question is, how do you make your plan A work?
So how do you make your plan A work is you go out and start looking. You start asking questions. You start getting as much education as you can and knowledge. Be a sponge full of wisdom, of knowledge, of learnings, because it's okay if you don't know all the answers. But trust me, would you rather be here waiting for something to come past, waiting for the perfect train to jump on, or would you rather be going on multiple trains, right? That didn't work. I didn't like that. That's too slow. Didn't that work? Like, yes, you're bouncing around a lot, but guess what? And this is what I've been told this to open up. People are like, you bounce around so much, Jay. You don't commit. You haven't figured out what you want to do. Yeah, exactly. How the hell am I going to figure out what I want to do if I don't try?
Yeah.
Like, just because you found it when you were 21 doesn't mean I'm going to find it when I'm 21. Man, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Mr. Colonel Sanders. I love it. KFC is the best. In America, terrible. It's like but dude, Australia is like premium. You go there. When I bring you to Australia, Aaron, I'm going to go, me, you, KFC. You'll be like, oh, yo, where was the Colonel hiding this gig? Right? The secret herbs and spices were shipped into Australia. I don't know what happened in America. They
I was hoping to go to Australia for New Year's Eve. I mean,
we'll go.
That was my game plan.
We got this show now. But dude, like, the point of it is Colonel Sanders didn't the recipe didn't come till about 60. I think he only started hitting things till he was 60. You know, there are so many guys around the world that only started getting the success or the notoriety until they were older. George Clooney didn't start doing stuff till he was 40, I think 3. Morgan Freeman, 50. Like, bring up that page. I think I know where you're going right now. Bring up a page of like the age of success for celebrities or something like that, guys. So the point of the story is, like, who told you that you need to have it all sorted when you're 30? Who made that? Look, and don't get me wrong, you got to be careful of looking at other people's lives and going, why not me? And we've spoken about this, or I'm not there yet. That's not your journey, my friend. How dare you look at someone else's life and compare yourself to them? What are you doing? Well, because we both were in school together, we both had the same education, we both had the same, like, upbringing. I should be. No, not I should be. You are where you're meant to be for how it is. So, because that will start, that's a virus in itself, looking at someone else's life. Man, do you think Justin Bieber's friends when he was in school are going, oh, what, Justin Bieber's, how come not me? No, man. It's a different ball game, and it's so extreme to give you an example. But that's why it's like, yo, where am I at today? What can I do to get me to the better place tomorrow? And who can help me get there? And who do I like, who I actually think is pretty cool, that I get along with, that I just vibe with, and they're doing stuff. And I see them in a different level, and I admire them, and I want to learn from them. So you need to go find those people. And the easiest way to do that, everybody, is look at someone that you sort of admire in your industry, right? And try and go and approach them. Like, they have done what you wanted to do. So they're probably going to have some good advice for you, right? Now, you might go, I love Will Smith. Great. Now, you may not be able to get a hold of Will Smith that easy. Is there a few other people underneath that you can probably talk to? Could you talk to his coach? Could you talk to someone maybe of a different level? Go for Will Smith. Go for gold. But just understand the reality of it as well. Like, don't be like, I'm only going to be coached by Will Smith. Take it or leave it. I'm like, that attitude will get you to lose. Like, someone else you must admire that you can basically be able to grab.
A couple years ago, Double Dare came back. It was a show that was on Nickelodeon. It came back on the air. Liza Koshy hosted it. Mark Summers, the original host of the show, he popped back in to popped back on to kind of give like color commentary. And I did the audience warm up for that show. And at the end of that season, I'd gotten Mark's contact information, and I was like, "Hey, Mark, do you think we could grab a lunch? Because I have some ideas, and I want to pick your brain." And a couple different things that he taught me when we sat down together. One of the things.
Well, hang on. Before you're jumping already, he said yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you asked. Right. Let me break you down, Aaron. You asked, and you didn't die.
Nope.
And then he said yes, and then he said, "Okay, continue."
Correct. So then we have this dinner in Beverly Hills. He sits me down. We're talking, and he tells me that I need to reach out to people. Same thing you're saying now. Here's the list of people that he told me to reach out to.
Oh, you found it.
He told me to reach out to people that are starting or recently started production companies. He told me to reach out to Steph Curry, LeBron James, and Michael Strahan. Those are the three that he told me to reach out to. And I was like, you want me to do what? You want me to reach out to who? How do I do that? And he just walked me through the process. I mean, he walked me through the steps on what I should do in order to do that. And one of the biggest things he said was ask them for their advice. People love giving you their advice, but you have to ask in order to get that. So you have to ask. I mean, that is definitely one of the first steps.
And be okay with them saying no. And be okay with them maybe going, just not getting back to you. But guess what? It's a numbers game with this. And then the way I tell, and it's the same thing, when I have people that want help from me and I give them advice, I say, like, ask everybody, ask as many people that you admire, that you respect. Some feedback you're not going to like, some things you might like, but it's a tasting menu of information. Just like we are. We're not the best. What is the best anyway? What makes it? Is Dr. Phil the best? Is Steve Harvey the best? I don't know. I don't think they're the best, but they put runs on the board. That's what it is. They put some life experiences down. I do like the way they think. I listen to them, right? But then I would find another way also to talk to not just your own industry, because then you're a little bit immersed in that. Find what I do, and this is what, everyone has different ideas of finding mentors. I find that the people in my industry aren't the best people to mentor me, if that makes sense. Like other TV hosts, if that was my final goal. Like, I more want someone that's at a high level, but in a different business. So they look at my business.
Yeah.
Let's say more of a business coach, right? And they look at it from a different angle because they're not involved in it. They don't get the nitty gritty. They see like A, B, C, D, or I see A plus, A minus. Is that an A? You know, where am I at? Like they're not immersed. They look at it from a super outsider perspective. Plus, and here's the other deal as well. Find someone that doesn't know you very well, because then there's no emotional value. Like a good coach, in my opinion, the way I coach is very tough. And I use the word tough because people keep saying that to me. It's not really tough. It's just my voice and telling the truth. But for some reason, they've been sugar-coated before they get, like, I come straight to the final punch. I don't ease you up to it. Because for me, I don't think that's important. Now, it depends on the person.
Yeah.
But the more, like, if you set the ground rules of, like, I'm telling you straight, then everyone's ready. Like, if I go to you, Aaron, like, hey, we're gonna have a little cheeky number, right? Little boxing ring. But if I say, listen, it's every punch has to be a number one, like, it has to be a knockout. Every time you see me, you're going to be ready for that. You're going to know, okay, it's going to be a big hit. I'm ready. But I'm not going to start by doing these ones. It's just like, let's go. Bam.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, like finding someone that has too much emotions on you, because I don't know why it's hard. A lot of people just can't give it to them. And you, Aaron, you're probably the same too. Like you probably have friends that you know that it's challenging because you just can't. I have some friends I just can't, and I don't like using this word can't, but it's challenging to give it to them because I know that they're sensitive, and I have to be told.
That's the thing though, and I've recently acquired this in probably the last 6 months to a year. I'm gonna put like you said earlier, I'm gonna put the wings on this idea and let it soar.
Let it fly.
Let it fly. Probably 6 months ago to a year, I stopped filtering myself in the sense of sharing my thoughts. If I had the impulse to share that thought and to tell them that thought, yes, I kind of tested it in my mind and like walked through it of what I was going to say. But at the same time, I still said it, and it was up to them to kind of filter through it. And it was one of those things where it's like, you can take this or you can leave it, but I'm going to put it out there for you, and you can figure out what you want to do with it. Because then now it's out of me and it's onto you, and it's your decision to say that yes or no, or I accept it or I decline it or whatever it is. And it's the same premise as asking about it. Once you ask about it, it's now off of you and it's now on them, and it's on them to accept it, to decline it, to say yes, to say no. And then you don't have that pressure. You don't have that stress. And I feel like the people that you're working with, sure, we have to be sensitive and PC every once in a while, but the people that you're working with, I think they should be aware that the things that you're saying aren't to diminish them or to degrade them or to belittle them, but to break them down to their foundation in order to build them up the right way. Hopefully that makes sense. But
no, I love that. That's hard for me too. I've never been good with staff. I call it staff management. I've never been good at having it's challenging for me to people that work with me now, but I've known them for a long time because they know where my mind is. But it's that's one thing you're reminding me, because I've got a story in my mind about something. But like it's very that's a skill.
Yeah,
like it's not even communication. It's literally like, how do you? Yeah, I don't even know what it's called.
This book here.
Would it be called negotiation?
It is probably in that realm.
Yeah.
Because what I was kind of tying into with why I pulled that book up is you want the no. You don't want the yes. You want the no. It's it's sales. You want the no because then you have a baseline of where to work from. A yes could mean anything if they just give you a yes. Hey, do you want to go get some food? Yes. Where are we going to go? What do you want to eat? Then you get into that debate versus the, hey, do you want to go get something to eat? No. Okay. Now you know where you can start. Why don't you want to get something to eat? And then you can start to understand their needs to be able to get there versus the, yes, I do. And then it's just this round robin of like, shoot me in the face.
Yeah. Seems like you had a few dates, Aaron, recently. Babe, let's go for something to eat. No, babe, do you want something to eat? Whatever you want. No, what do you want? Like, what's up? No, whatever you want. Okay, I'm gonna get sushi. No, I don't want sushi. So you don't want sushi? Well, okay, let's get pizza. No, I can't have pizza. So what would you like? No, whatever you need to have. Dude, there's a great. I'm gonna send you. We need to put some more memes on this, man. Too. Because what we need to do sometimes as well, Aaron. And I'm going to share with my producer man, my bro man. What we need to do is get a couple of memes sometimes to that we find with this topic to break it up a little bit. Because what it does, that's not because we don't have anything to say, everybody. It's also it gives us a chance with learning. It takes away a kind of learning. Like you're learning and you're taking it all in, and it gives us a chance to relax and like laugh. It restarts our mind again in that moment.
It's that little hit of dopamine, you know? Little hit of dopamine, energy and event.
Yeah. That's what really good speakers are great at. They don't need presentations to give that across. They do that with their words. They know that this phrase is going to be full on. Great. Let it sit in, hit in with a joke, which magically makes people laugh, gets them to another state, then they can move them again. It's like you're adding bricks to like it's probably a bad example. Anyway, so guys, once again, like whatever you're trying to hit, whatever you're trying to do, right? Ask for help, but then go and get some advice and some planning. Asking for help is good, but it's light. It's like the whole 2 cents. Hey man, just give me your 2 cents on this. Cool. But if you're constantly still in that same rut, like in that same vibe, this is not 2 cents advice anymore. You need a structure.
Yeah.
Like if you constantly are in a place, to give an example, like, you know, I coach these entertainers and then I have no work. And like they're not in advice mode at the moment. They need a full plan of attack. So when we're allowed to go do events again, are they ready to go back? And they're not. But like, oh, what should I do? Like, no, it's not what should I do and then just that's going to make it happen. Like, no, you need to have a full, clear roadmap, a blueprint to your next move, to your next goal.
Yeah.
And you know, a great thing, you know, we can start asking people, Aaron, it's like, hey, do people have a blueprint for their success? It's a big question. I don't. I'm still getting it. But like, if you don't even have any clue, or it's like saying to someone like, what do you want? Well, no, what do you want? And if you can't like answer that, you need to work on that. That's the first step. And I didn't know that I'm still figuring that out, actually. I'm still finding, I believe I'm in the right mode now. I'm like definitely on the, you know, I don't know what you're like, Aaron, but I definitely feel like this is definitely, we're in flow. There's a thing called flow, which we can talk about another day.
Yeah. We'll definitely talk about flow another day. But as we come to the end of this episode here, JayJay, I'm going to throw it to you. Give us the signature recap on what we talked about today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So when you're trying to hit your goals, when you're trying to hit your dreams, when you're trying to get to that next level, one thing that you don't want to do is do it all on your own. It's frustrating. It's mentally exhausting. Gets you cluttered. So what you should do is find someone that you admire, that you get along with, that has had success in their own way. Go to them, reach out to them, invest in a coach, invest in your learning so you can get a blueprint for your success. Nailed it. I'm like, every time I do these ones, it's like, don't, every word, think. Okay, here we go. I was like, I'm reading. Don't stuff up. Pause, slow down, Jay.
So funny. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in to Wingmen to Greatness. We'll be back with you guys on Friday with another episode. If you guys are just tuning in here at the end of the show, man, watch our past videos. They're up on the Work From Home Network TV page, facebook.com/Work From Home Network TV. Make sure you check that out. Coming up here on the network, we've got a bunch more shows. Let me show that to you right now. Wingmen to Greatness. As I said, our next episode is going to be Friday. Our anchor show, Power Hour Live, is coming up just after this, followed by Biscuits and Gravy. That is all about the movies. If you love movies, that's the show for you. And then Friday, it's going to be our happy hour. Make sure you guys join us for happy hour. It's going to be a special theme this Friday because it is our 1 month anniversary. That's right. It's crazy. We've been rocking at this for over a month now. Over a month.
Are you used to it? Are you feel like I don't feel I'm getting a couple of itches, but I'm all right now. I just go through waves.
Yeah. I don't even think people really exist anymore. I think they're just all like figments of my imagination.
Yeah, I'm in the Truman Show or something.
But we can talk more about that on the next show. JayJay, stick around. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to wrap with you right after the show. And folks, thanks for tuning in to Wingmen to Greatness.